You're welcome back to the channel. I'm your host, Joey Sparks. That's 2E's Know Why. You heard me, 2E's Know Why. And in this video, we are going to be reacting because it's HiRENiversary. That's right. Ren's official Hi-Ren music video is 1 year old today. So if you're ready for me to react, then let me know. But first, you know I gotta play the intro. Coffee sips in, coffee sips, you heard? Bang, take that down, put that up. Before we get started, do me a favor, like, comment on all the content, preferably as soon as it comes out. Helps my videos go higher in the algorithm and stay there for longer. I'll appreciate you for it. Also, if you are new to this channel, please consider hitting that subscribe button. I'm a music videographer by trade, so I take that POV into all the reactions I do here on the channel. I also do reviews, unboxings, and interviews, so please hit the subscribe button, join the community, make friends in the comments. Now, 1 year ago today, Hi-Ren was released by Ren, and I'm sure took everybody by storm when it came out. I personally didn't get to see it until maybe 6 going on 7 months ago. And full disclosure, this was my very first reaction. I've been on Black P's live streams before, even help him edit some interviews and things like that. But it wasn't until he invited me over to react to Hi-Ren did I ever think that reactions could be something that I was going to do. And I was just blown away by the musical talent that Ren displayed, specifically in this video, that not only asked him to play the guitar live, sing live, but also to act back and forth between two different personalities. Then you just take in the set and how great it looked. Shout out to Samuel Perry-Falvey. We have an interview with him on the channel. Please go watch that for me and support. I was blown away. And then there was a message of hope at the end that just literally touched me and like changed my idea on how music should be these days. I was really turned off for music for a long time, that I didn't even go look for new stuff or care to venture out and try different genres. And this started me on this reaction path. So almost 29,000 subscribers later, thank you, Ren, for starting me on this. I owe so much to you. I owe a lot to Black Pegasus, but it's this is the starting point that I think we all can agree that roped us in. So without further ado, let's react. I'm going to be reciting these lyrics, telling you some of my thoughts that may have changed over the course of the year and getting to know Ren and the community even better. So let's jump in. Shout out to Victus. Boom, 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 boom. What's crazy is because when I got shown this part, my first thought was, yo, that reminds me of the opera scene from The Fifth Element. And then that's when I realized, you know, my years and love for film and video production could really add a unique POV to some of these music videos or this reaction game. So that's kind of what I leaned into. And thanks to you guys, I was able to lean into it tough and realize it could be one of my superpowers. So thank you.
Hi there, Ren. It's been a little while. Did you miss me? You thought you buried me, didn't you? Risky. Cause I always come back. Deep down, you know that. Deep down, you know I'm always in periphery. Ren, on your pleased to see me. It's been weeks since we spoke, bro. I know you need me. You're the sheep, I'm the shepherd. Not your place to lead me. Not your place to be biting off the hand that feeds me. Hi, Ren. I've been taking some time to be distant. I've been taking some time to be still. I've been taking some time to be by myself since my therapist told me I'm ill. And I've been making
that line right there hit for me because I was like, oh wow, he's talking to himself and he's creating two different characters, and his switch to going to so docile, like, oh God, here comes that voice again. Hi, I've been taking some time to be distant, explaining why I don't need you anymore. Oh, it just opened up the sets for me so much.
Making some progress lately, and I've learned some new coping skills. So I haven't really needed you much, man. I think we need to just step back and chill. Ren, you sound more insane than I do. You think that those doctors are really there to guide you? Been through this a million times. Your civilian mind is so perfect, you're always being lied to. Okay, take another pill, boy. Drown yourself in the sound of white noise. Follow this 10-step program, rejoice. All your problems will be gone. Fucking dumb boy.
I love it. I love it. There's voice inflections, that I can't help but want to to mimic. You know what I mean? It's the same way with me with accents. I want to mimic it, not out of making fun of it, but out of like flattery and appreciation for it. Like, right? Like there's certain things. Nah, mate. like stuff like that. Like, oh.
Nah, mate, this time is different, man.
Trust me.
I feel like things might be falling in place. And my music's been kind of doing bits too. Like I actually might do something great.
You will do something great. And everybody knows that. And a year after this being released, I'm literally getting goosebumps thinking of a year after this is released, you had worked your way to a #1 UK record, bro.
And when I'm gone, maybe I'll be remembered for doing something special with myself. That's why I don't think that we should talk, man. Cause when you're with me, it never seems to help. You think that you can amputate me? I am you, you are me, you are I am we are one. Split in two, that makes one. So you see, you gotta kill you if you wanna kill me. I'm not leftover dinner, I'm not scraps on the side. Oh, your music is thriving, delusional guy. Where's your top 10 hit? Where's your interview with Oprah? Where are your Grammys, Ren?
Nowhere.
Yeah, but my music's not commercial like that. I never chase numbers, statistics, or stats.
That part hit with me hellified. The very first time I saw it, I was just like, wow. Because I do believe that's the core of where like truly beautiful art spawns from. Not chasing anything, not trying to get anything. Now, occasionally in hip hop back in the days, you would have all these hard records on your album, and the record execs would come in and go, yo, we need a radio hit. And on occasion, them radio hits took off. So I guess you kind of created something beautiful that you didn't want to, that you weren't trying to chase something, but like truly beautiful art that just goes on its own and doesn't get gimmicked like those radio hits get gimmickly put in. This type of art, beautiful art, is when you don't chase numbers, statistics, or stats. You just do it because you want to make it. No matter what you're doing, if you do it because you just want to make it, 9 times out of 10, you keep up in that lane, you're going to find a piece of gold.
I never write hooks for the radio, they never even play me, so why would I concern myself with that? But my music is really connecting, and the people who find it respect it. And for me that's enough, cause this life's been tough, so it gives me a purpose I can rest in. Man, you sound so pretentious, Ren, your music is so self-centered. No one wants to hear another song about how much you hate yourself, trust me. You should be so lucky, having me inside you to guide you, remind you, to manage expectations, provide you perspective. That thing you neglected, I get it. You wanna be a big deal, next Jimi Hendrix, forget it. Man, it's not like that. Man, it's just like that. I'm inside you, you twat. No, it's not, man, you're wrong. When I write, I belong. Let me break the fourth wall by acknowledging this song. Ren sits down, has a stroke of genius. He wants to write a song that was not done previous. A battle with the subconscious, Eminem did it. Played on guitar, Plan B did it. Man, you're not original, you criminal rip-off artist. The pinnacle of your success is stealing other people's material. Ren, mate, we've heard it all before.
She sells seashells on the seashore. It was crazy that I didn't even know about the money game portion of that. You know, we heard of seashells, brother, seashell. Fuck you. Oh my God. When he comes back to that point, I believe in being good, but being massively angry and dangerous when you're fighting evil. Like, it's allowed to be dangerous and cutthroat and gangster when you trying to fight evil. If you're good, you're allowed to go to that place to attack evil. No other place but that place. And so when he said, fuck you,
fuck you, I don't need you, I don't need to hear this. Cause I'm fine by myself, I'm a genius. And I will be great, and I will make waves. And I'll shake up the whole world beneath us. That's right, speak your truth, your fucking God complex leaks out of you. It's refreshing to actually hear you say it instead of downplay it. Music is all about the creative process, and if people can find something to
creative process
related within that, then that's just a bonus. Fuck you, I'ma fucking kill you, Ren.
I'ma fucking kill me then.
Let's fucking have you, Ren. I'ma do it, watch me prove it. Who are you to down my music? Cause I call the shots, I choose if you die. Yeah, I call the shots and so I choose who survives. I'll tie you up in knots when I lock you inside. Newsflash, I was created at the dawn of creation. I am temptation. I am the snake in Eden. I am the reason for treason, beheading all kings. I am sin, with no rhyme or reason. Son of the morning, Lucifer, Antichrist, father of lies, Mustafa.
Now, I've said this before. I try not to say this part because words are powerful. And I like to repeat the second half when hope comes in, you know. Something about saying these words, even though they're part of a song, are still powerful. And I don't want to give evil any more power. Not to say that you can't read this. This is just me.
Believes truth in a blender, deceitful pretender, the banished avenger, the righteous surrender when standing in front of my solar eclipse. My name is stitched to your lips, so you see, I won't bow to the will of a mortal, feeble and normal. You wanna kill me? I'm eternal immortal. I live in every decision that catalyzes chaos, that causes division. I live inside death, the beginning of ends. I am you, you are me, I am you, friend.
Shout out to the chaotic lights and camera angle switching in this moment. You know, watching it back over and over, you start to realize all this stuff was done purposely at certain spots, and the chaoticness to describe evil Ren with lights and camera cuts. Videography.
Taking some time to be distant. I've been taking some time to be still. I've been taking some time to be by myself, and I've spent half my life ill. But just as sure as the tide starts turning, just as sure as the night has dawned, just as sure as the rainfall soon runs dry when you stand in an eye of a storm. I was made to be tested and twisted. I was made to be broken and beat.
Damn, still, every time. The very first time I heard that same sentiment, I'm made to be tested, broken, beat. And I still come out on top. Nobody can endure what I do. Because that's how I speak from hope. That's how I speak when I'm going up against crazy odds. It's like something as simple as enduring hardships, being broken and beat. It seems like I was built for that. I wonder if that's how he felt.
I was made by his hand, it's all part of his plan that I stand on my own 2 feet.
And it was that, you know, it was all part of his plan. So that's why I don't never get like flipped out about it or mad or anything like that. Because like he made me to do this. Like he built me to be through these problems. What I connected to.
And you know me, my will is eternal. And you know me, you've met me before. Face to face with a beast, I will rise from the east and I'll settle on the ocean floor. And I go by many names also. Some people know me as Hope.
Like that was just such a right into Evil Ren's face. I go by many names also. Don't you forget it.
Some people know me as the voice that you hear when you loosen the noose on the rope. And you know how I know that I'll prosper? Cause I stand here beside you today. I have stood in the flames that cremated my brain, and I didn't once flinch or shake. So care of the man I've become when I sing from the top of my lungs that I won't retire, I'll stand in your fire, inspired and make to be strong. And when I am gone I will rise in the music that I left behind. Ferocious, persistent, immortal like you, we're a climate different side.
You know what? Different cuts. I don't know why all this time I was thinking this one take, but there's no way you can have. See where the camera's at now? Where would the cameraman be? Unless they're using an extremely long lens, but right here, you would see the cameraman. You would see the cameraman standing in front of you if he was using, 24 millimeter, 35 millimeter. If he's at like, I would assume 70, 74, or what is it? 70, 72, 72, 70 or 72 millimeter, you might be able to film behind this main camera and get that tight of a close-up, but it'll be harder to keep them in focus because the longer the lens is telephoto, the more the micro jitters that you have with your hands that you might move the lens extremely. So I might have to revisit that and double check that out. Or I could re-ask Sam. Like literally that whole little riff right there where he's going ooh could be the hero's journey song in any movie. Make it a Western, make it a kung fu flick. Whenever the hero is on his way for redemption, that portion right there in my mind fits that movie scene.
When I was 17 years old, I shouted out into an empty room, into a blank canvas that I would defeat the forces of evil. And for the next 10 years of my life, I suffered the consequences.
What's crazy is that line hits for me very hard. As I am a man of my faith, I know when you curse evil will press you, as well as the light, him, he will put you through it even more to see if you bout it or to see if you can handle what he needs you to do. And sometimes it's not for you. So you be going, why is this going to me? Because it's not for you. It's for somebody else or something like that. Or it's part of his plan and you just have to believe in that. So when he said for the next how many years I suffered with all these ailments, I feel that. And it's almost like today, like if think about like censorship or, like cancel culture. If you speak out against what you don't like, you will suffer them consequences, and you need to either be ready to stand up tall in it or ignore it altogether. Oh my God, it's so moving. Literally, that's where this came from. The hand over a heart emoji. God.
Autoimmunity, illness, and psychosis. As I got older, I realized there were no real winners and there were no real losers in psychological warfare. But there were victims and there were students. It wasn't David versus Goliath. It was a pendulum, eternally swaying from the dark to the light. And the more intensely that the light shone, the darker the shadow it cast.
I loved that because in my very first reaction, I was just speaking about lighting and how harsh the separate lights are in this, and then we got to this point and I was like, oh my god, done on purpose.
It was never really a battle for me to win. It was an eternal dance. And like a dance, the more rigid I
and like a dance, I love that. Like, once again, flattery. I am imitating the sound because I am I am jealous of it, or I admire it. And like a dance.
became, the harder it got. The more I cursed my clumsy footsteps, the more I struggled. So I got older, and I learned to relax. And I learned to soften. And that dance got easier. It is this eternal dance that separates human beings from angels, from demons, from gods. And I must not forget, we must not forget, that we are human beings.
Wow, guys. That's dope. That I'm proud to say that that's what started me on this reaction journey. What a better beacon of light and hope, and everything that people should strive to be as far as good and wholesome and kind and thoughtful and strong when dealing with trauma and stuff like that. This guy really embodies all of that, and I'm so glad I didn't like start a reaction on somebody who was like superficial and fake, and then I find out later like, oh, that ain't really him, I just fell for the facade and shit like that. And it's been 7 months I've been reacting, and I mean, I went through a lot of Ren stuff. We went through albums and him gaining #1 and him asking me to join him on lives or connecting me with Samuel Perry Falvey so I could get that interview. It's like, thank goodness he was the one, and forever changed listening to this and the rest of his music. It's just such a delight to know that there are people out there that are truly artistic and only want to make the most beautiful art that they can. And then to find out his backstory on how he dealt with his illness for so long, and how much of dealing with that illness has turned into amazing pieces of art that we all get to connect to, relate to, relive our trauma, but like grow from it and stuff like that. And that's this guy right here. So you're never going to hear me talk bad about Ren. Matter of fact, I should probably be revisiting some of these classic Ren music videos. Maybe we'll do like a little segment like that. If that's something you'd like to do, let me know, and I'll start like a Ren reaction thread too. Because I mean, golly, so talented. And then to believe that this worked its culmination up to him getting that #1 album and the release of Money Game 3, which was probably one of the most impressive music videos I've ever seen in my entire life. Wow, what a ride. Well, anyways, that's been this HiRENiversary content creation I was willing to add to today's festivities. I'm not exactly sure when I'll release it. I'm going to release it sometime today, but I'm not exactly sure what time. But when you do see this, make sure you comment for me. Tell me about your first time hearing Hi-Ren. Please tell me what you connected with Hi-Ren that drew you to Ren. Was this the song that drew you into Ren, or was it something else? And then you heard Hi-Ren. What'd you think? I want to hear them thoughts about Hi-Ren as a total in the comments. Make sure you like the video, subscribe if you're not. You guys, I'm gonna catch you on the next reaction. Do something nice to somebody today and be that beacon of hope. I'll catch you on the next one. Peace.